back to the channel. I'm just packing up my documents to get all the stuff together for my Kawasaki, because today is a new bike collection day. I am heading over to the dealership to pick the bike up shortly. So yeah, you've probably been watching my Road to New Superbike videos. If not, they're here. I've tested all the bikes I want to test. I've not been able to get a test ride on an R1 because CMC Chesterfield, let's just say, have been less than stellar to deal with. I'm not going to throw them under the bus too badly because we have had coronavirus and everything else. But that being said, all the other dealerships seem to have planned and got over the coronavirus and been able to still offer decent customer service. I'll say no more than that. But I know enough about the R1 that it was never really, I don't think, going to be a contender. It's about a 5-year-old bike, I think, at its base level anyway. It's been refreshed and updated. But look, long and the short of it is, I rode one of the bikes that you've seen on the channel and just fell in love with it immediately. And I was able to get such a good deal with it. It's just a no-brainer. I just couldn't not buy it. So it's a little bit shorter time span than what I wanted it to be. But look, we're getting a new bike quicker, so what could be bad about that, eh? I will make a new video actually. I got such a good deal on it. I used to work in the motor trade 20 odd years ago, and I do know a few tips and tricks, and there's a few sort of bits of technology these days that makes it even easier to get a good deal. So I'll do a video showing how I go about that process, because some of you might find that useful, because there are actually better discounts available on bikes than what you might not appreciate. So I'm rambling now because I'm excited, can you tell? So I'm going to go and wrap this up. We'll go and head over to the dealership and pick up the new bike. So yeah, there she is. It'd be sad to see her go, really. It's been a perfect bike to get back into bikes after such a long time out. I literally cannot fault it. I've used it everywhere. I took it to Cadwell-Park yesterday. See by the tyres, you know. It's done 3 track days with me now. Never missed a beat. The only things that I would suggest you ever do to it is if you get the ECU flashed and the suspension set to your weight. I did a video here where we go about that, because the throttle's a little bit snatchy, but I think that's just down to the emissions regulation, how it's fueled. And once I had that ECU flashed on it, was so much better. Same with the suspension. But other than that, not missed a beat. Absolutely loved it. I will genuinely be really sad to see this go. I think the new bike that I'm getting is going to be, let's just say, a little bit more powerful, but probably a little bit harder to ride as well. So I think until I get used to it, I'll probably miss this bike a lot. Yeah, look, I'm too excited to be making videos now. I'm going to wrap this up. I've got to get on the bike and ride it over to the dealership, and you'll see what I've bought very soon. Right, this is the last few minutes of me owning the ZX6R. We're just coming into the centre of the Steel City, Sheffield, in God's country, South Yorkshire. I'm going to go and pick my new bike up now. We're sad to see this go, to be honest. If anyone's considering buying a 600, I mean, you haven't got a lot of choice actually, to be honest, these days, but it's either really this or the R6 or maybe something used. There's no choice in my opinion. The R6 is too small, too peaky in the power. You know, argue it out in the comments as to which looks better. I think this looks better, but I'm a Kawasaki man. I've had them before. But it's just a perfect bike, easy to ride, ballistically fast, reliable. I mean, I've had no issues with it. The Kawasaki's are known to be bulletproof, so yeah, do it. So I guess everybody's guessed by now what bike it is that I'm getting, if you've watched my other Road to New Superbike videos at least. Anyway, I was super close, super close to buying the BMW. I rode it, thought it was boring, then I kept having second thoughts and thought, is it good? Then I rode the Ducati, and that was just so mental and, like, I don't know, what's the word, inaccessible. So mental and inaccessible that it actually gave me a greater appreciation for the BMW.
to the point where I almost bought it. I went in and test rode it again and looked at the figures, and I nearly pulled the trigger on the BMW because it is just such a complete bike, and I thought, well, I can stick an exhaust on it, I can do this, I can do that, and I can make it a bit more exciting. But then I rode the bike that I'm gonna buy. So yeah, here we are, Via Moto Aprilia dealership in Sheffield. I'm gonna pick up my new RSv4 1100 factory.
All doctors to the ER.
Code blue.
Sheffield Aprilia. My lovely salesman Mark has just gone to fetch my new bike. Very nice. Get that.
Watch the tyres.
So here it is, 2020 RSV 1100 factory. Roll unnecessary pointless B-roll.
Well, so mine 2020 RSv4 1100 factory. Absolutely love it. Listen, I'm going to turn the camera off and concentrate on what I'm doing now and make sure that I get this baby home in one piece. But thanks ever so much for watching. I'll put a first ride video out soon, and I'll catch you later. Cheers.
I'm seeing shimmers in this long lasting dream.